Alright.
What episode is this?
152.
Alright.
I'm too close to the mic.
152.
We got Romo, Vino, and Chris in the building.
Yay. What's this episode about? Shit.
Real masculinity.
Oh man, you're asking the wrong guys.
Why? Are we toxic masculinity?
Probably. But let's go ahead and talk about.
Depending on who you ask.
Let's go ahead and talk about.
so.
Let's go ahead and talk about what it would be like if we were real masculinity instead of toxic masculinity. All right. So what do you think, Chris? How do you think you would be different if you weren't toxic and you were a real masculine instead?
I would take all responsibility for all my mistakes and actions.
I like that. Not blaming anybody else.
Right.
Not having no excuses.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. Just, hey, I accept this L, and I'm going to not fight the fact that I got taken L.
And I'm not going to point no fingers.
Only finger pointing back is me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember as a kid, they told me, when you point a finger at someone, you got one at them, but three pointing right back at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta bring that back.
Yeah.
I had to bring back for kids words and sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Now it's like the reverse with these generations, bro.
Words are violence now with some people. That's not masculine. But anyway. Alright, what's another trait, Romo?
Yeah, Romo, how would you be if you weren't toxic? How would you be if you were real masculine? What would be different?
I guess what I do now. I don't know. What do you mean by I don't get what y'all mean by like between masculinity. Like
he's being sarcastic.
I know he's being sarcastic, but like what do y'all mean by masculinity?
Alright, so some people. So I think being like being a leader, I think is masculine. Being a true leader, which we talked about, which just dropped. But toxic masculinity is like, I think toxic masculinity in my mind is like simping, but also over exaggerating.
Simping isn't even masculine. Simping
that's
is
the
just
anti-masculinity.
Yeah, so we're talking.
Okay.
So I go ahead and give you a little bit of how I would try to describe it, I guess. For example, toxic masculinity, you would say if is someone that
hyper aggressive.
Yes, someone that's always looking to be right. Someone you always got to recognize I'm right. You always have to win every battle. You know what I'm saying? You're always looking for a battle.
Very
sometimes.
sensitive ego.
You know, yeah. Basically, that's what it is. Your ego leads you. You know, and you think you're being a man, but you're really just being a person who's just following their ego. You know, a real man, in my opinion, is a person that doesn't go around looking for any battles. That knows that there's no point. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing to prove.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Nothing to prove. I'm confident in myself, confident in what I think, so therefore I'm not threatened by anyone else thinking differently, by anyone else not agreeing, or by anyone else not even liking me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm comfortable, I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? That would be, in my opinion, a difference between toxic and, you know what I'm saying, this and that. Y'all gotta prove yourself in one. Y'all people always have to recognize that I did this, I did that, he's this guy, instead of just being able to run things from behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or just allowing other people to get the credit instead. You know what I'm saying? That to me, you know, yeah, like you said, not being led by the ego, I guess is a good way to put it. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think?
Shit, that's kind of hard for me. I don't really think on that. You know, as far as being leadership wise, I'll do that. I guess what I could say is I could just be a better leader.
Yeah, I feel like.
I can really say.
How about
being a better leader.
How about when it comes to women? Let's do it like that. Toxic motherfucker doesn't know how.
That goes with that too. Cause I was gonna say about complaining a lot.
Okay, let's go ahead and finish that.
That's
we'll jump into that.
Yeah.
We'll jump into that. Go ahead.
Okay, so being a good leader, being a masculine man, being a household leader, being just a leader in your own mind, in your own world, in your workplace or whatever of your environment, you got to be able to control the complaining, because complaining can get out of hand and make things worse. So yeah, I think masculinity and good leadership is like complaining as little as fucking possible. Because one, nobody cares.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's like, look, whatever's got to get done, still got to get done. So complaining is no point. You know what I'm saying? You're wasting energy. You're wasting energy.
Yeah.
You could sit there and give me a speech about why blah blah blah, but you still got to get done, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and always finding the flaw in other people. That's very low masculine energy, I think.
Well, to point it out. How about that?
Yeah.
To always be the person that's to point it out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see as a bitch in this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know.
Point out their flaws and shit.
That to me is more like, you must be threatened by this dude if you had to point out that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
They're like faking the funk. Like, this is what they think.
I think I'm a real man. I think I'm an alpha, but instead you're just, you're trying to pretend.
Like a true alpha male does not try to go after a man's wife.
Oh, are we going to women now?
Oh, okay, we can.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, because a true alpha male realizes, okay, it's not worth the time.
Well, how about just a true man?
Well, not even alpha male.
Just a real man.
Why I started saying alpha male.
Just a real man in general. True masculine man. True masculine man.
Yeah, true masculinity means staying in your lane.
Yes. In my opinion, masculinity means being able to take no. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When a girl tells you she's not interested in you, when things clearly don't keep working out, bro, wake the fuck up. You know, like stop being so toxic and thinking that you can like somehow keep going at this and you're gonna make this budge, bro. Like there's only about a few billion people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna say and you're gonna convince yourself and convince everybody around me. And now you know like. How many times have you heard this? She says no right now, but nah, man, I can make that different. You know, like her mouth says no, but I know her heart says yes. Like, bro, that's like halfway of being a stalker right there. You know what I'm saying?
It's like close to being like a Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yes, a real man can get a situation with the female, accept that. Like I said, that it's not for me. It's not meant for me. And you know, be like, I'm gonna take my goods elsewhere.
And also seeing the positive in things, I think it's more bad because when you see like, okay, she did me a favor by giving me a straight answer. She said no need to waste more time and energy. Also, fake masculinity is when a dude is like, well, fuck you then, bitch. You're a slut anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk to you anyway. All right, that's. The complete. I mean, even if she is playing hard to get, that's just gonna. And you know what?
It's always trying to like I said, be bitter. Now you're trying to find a flaw in her about why she didn't pick you, bro. She just don't like you. She don't want you. You're not for her. Move on. You know
and
what
it's
I'm saying?
not knowing that it's not everything is personal. Is being a man. I think. Yeah. It's masculine.
Yeah, bro. You know, like yeah.
Not being sensitive.
You're totally right.
In that way.
Yeah.
Being able to understand that. People aren't just trying to offend you. I think that's a big...
always trying to make yourself the center of attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or the victim.
Yeah.
Victimization.
Yeah. You don't get the big picture. You still think everything's about you. You still think that this is some kind of story where you're some kind of anime where you're the main character and you're gonna... Bro,
right, like your Ash Ketchum, Mama's Boy, and the world's about you.
This is, in my opinion, the goal is not about being the best anybody or whatever. The point is realizing that you need to learn how to integrate, be with people, give love. You know, people are always worried about receiving love. And how to find love. Bitch, can you even give love? You know what I'm saying? Do you even give love? You know? A lot of people convince themselves that when I get this, I'm going to be happy. When I do this, I'm going to be happy. When this happens, I'll be happy. So basically, let me tell you this. When you get that, you're not going to be happy because you've forgotten how to be happy. You've been waiting so long to be happy that you forgot how to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You've been looking for this idea of happiness, but not learning what it actually is.
A real man, in my opinion, accepts that like happiness is always there. It's there right now. I just don't see it. But I need to look for it.
You have control of the choice of being
a real man knows nobody will make you happy. You know what I'm saying? And if you think that, that's why you ain't got nobody. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Or your relationship's fucked.
Real talk. If you keep entering situations and you keep encountering the same, and you do the same dumb shit, and you keep encountering the same horrible decisions, the same consequences that you don't want to confront, and you don't change your actions, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a toxic motherfucker. Oh, I just like shit going my way. I like complaining. I like having depressed days. I like blaming myself and blaming the victim. I like building myself up for false expectations, and then when they don't work out, my whole life is over. That's a toxic motherfucker that lets little shit like that ruin his day, fuck up his money. You know what I'm saying?
The only time you could excuse somebody with that behavior is a child.
Yes.
And even a child, most of the time, will outgrow that.
Yes.
So it's, I don't know why it happens, but I think it's promoted, that kind of energy for some reason.
Yeah, because you see, and I joke about it, but it's true. It's like The Weeknd kind of created a lot of really toxic dudes. Yeah, oh hell yeah, especially him, dude.
I mean, like simping over chicks.
Yeah, simping over chicks. Like, oh, even though it was years ago, I still think about this and blah blah blah. Like, that's basically what The Weeknd's all about. Or I can't believe I put this relationship blah blah blah. Like, he's all about living in the past and regretting it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes take that and like, yeah, that's me, and like thinking that's cool or something. Like, you're a fucking loser living in the past, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're totally ignoring the present, and that's why shit don't go your way right now, because you live in the past, and that's why your future's gonna keep on being shitty, because you don't learn from your past and you're repeating the present. So what's the future gonna be? Yeah, what's the future gonna be? The same shit. You know what I'm saying? You need to understand as a man, hey man, accept life, and if you want, it's like the movie Soul. If you want changes, you got to be able to accept life and accept that hey, losses are a part of life. You know what I'm saying? Failures are a part of life. That's what a real man can accept. A toxic dude takes an L and turtles up. I don't want to leave my room. Oh, I don't want to see anybody. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? A real man is like, yeah, you know what? Shit's not going my way, but I'm learning from it. You know what I'm saying? Right. I took an L, but I'm gonna eat the L and I'm gonna turn it into a lesson. But until you're able to integrate it as a man and say, hey, that's on me. That's on me, and I need to check that. You just keep on making excuses. You want to fight the blame. You want to keep on trying to pass the hot potato instead of like, no, bro. The only person to blame is the person in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Who else controls what your life is? Who else wakes up every fucking day? Who else moves you? Nobody. So anything going on probably has to do with you. You know what I'm saying?
Being afraid of the guilt.
Yeah, real shit, bro. And
like you gotta feel it, man.
Yeah, bro. And guilt.
Being afraid of feelings.
Yeah, we could do a whole episode on just
that's
guilt.
Not being real.
But yeah, being able to accept guilt and being able to confront it with what a real man does. Real talk, a real man is like, well, you know what? I might feel like shit, but you know what? I'm gonna hope that I don't make that same mistake again. I'm gonna use that guilt not to beat myself up, but as a bookmark to remember that, so I don't make this mistake again. Yeah. You know, if you imagine if you got a really bad cut from I don't know from reaching in the drawer one day and you should have washed out for the knives. Well, you're gonna look at that cut every time you reach in the knife. You're gonna go, oh, hold on, I need to open this drawer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Instead of the guilt scaring you or the guilt making you into a little turtle, you know what I'm saying? No offense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to be able to use this as like, okay, this is life. You know what I'm saying? Life isn't gonna be.
Oh, I learned something.
Yeah, life isn't gonna be all rainbows and sunshine every day, bro. It would be really boring if it did. And if it was, you know, if you got what you wanted, you would not appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
And understanding that is true masculinity.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Understand that shit is not gonna go your way. Sometimes you might have a bad couple of days, bad couple of weeks, bad couple of months. You know what? But you gotta learn from it. And if you can find the good in every day and every dumbass situation you made, and be able to laugh at yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like today, I was so eager to go visit my uncle from Mexico that I woke up, made a coffee, got dressed, and I left. And I had to go pump gas. So I was at the gas station, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to get to my uncle's. And I forgot my coffee. You know what I'm saying? And I could have gotten mad because I got to drive back to the apartment, and then Saturday traffic. But you know what? I kind of was like, what a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? What a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? And I just laugh at yourself. Be able to laugh at yourself. Be okay with that shit. Like, man, you motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
So did you go back and get it?
Yes.
And then the realizing and appreciating the ability to do that.
And even
not everybody can do that.
But even if I didn't go back and get it, I would have used that as a lesson. Like, okay, don't forget your coffee next time, dumbass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And be able to say dumbass and be okay with that instead of being like, oh, I'm such an idiot. I don't do. Oh God, bro.
This is on me. Next time I won't do this.
Hey, nobody. It's like I don't know what. Like I said, I'm pretty old, so I don't know what made it popular for dudes to throw little depression tantrums, guilt tantrums.
That's thanks to Instagram.
Like
you watch a lot of the shorts and shit that you.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of dudes think they live in a monologue. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what they do? They monologue? Or
yeah, if you would stop and real now.
Yeah, you know
that's what they feel. Like that's what the Instagram algorithm is starting to put out. That's what a lot of studies have put out, that it's starting to push out this type of mindset. Like you have to go to the gym, you have to always be thinking about your exes to work out. I was like, no, how about you just want to go work out for your fucking self? Stop being these guys, because you see them everywhere in the gym, that they all have to be depressed in order for them to go to the gym or be able to do something. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Just go in there and do you. Like, what the fuck? But that's all you see is like depressing shit everywhere.
Yeah, they
But I guess
became cool at some
I
point.
guess you could say social media in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but also SoundCloud rappers, right? Because they kind of they became emo.
That definitely came after my era.
Yeah. And then the Pandy Wandy didn't help because that made people like it made it cool to like snitch and to follow the rules and shit.
Pandy Wandy.
Pandemic.
Oh.
I was trying not to say like trigger words.
That's
you know how I don't know if it wasn't last time, but one time I said the G word. I cut that shit out just in case.
G-A.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just in case. Who
I
knows?
thought you said the F word. I was like, what the fuck are you talking
Not on the podcast. Football?
The F word is whatever you want it to be, bro.
That's true. Fun.
But yeah, you
family,
know,
friends.
Like obviously we just talked about, like, you know, women is a big aspect of being a real man. How you handle that and how you handle the losses in life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And honestly, like, it's also, like you said, not complaining. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be having a shitty day. You know what I'm saying? But what are you gonna gain from being an asshole to people around you because you're having a shitty day?
Right.
You might actually find that if you really put that effort in, and it's gonna be hard to give some love, you might actually see that it might actually you might get some love back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also to be able to forgive yourself sometimes it's hard for people. I think people think it's cool to like hate yourself.
The whole guilt thing, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, I've always
it's like too much one way or too much the other
It's
way.
like if I don't have a chip on my shoulders and I gotta basically people have to have something to complain about. You know what I'm saying?
You think it's because we have it too good, so it's like
It's like I told you,
masculinity has to be found. It's not just given to you from.
Yeah. It goes back to what I said. You know what I'm saying about earlier, where fuck. What did you? Damn! I just lost.
Well, back in the day, you know, masculinity, you just fucking hunted. You just grew up just masculine. Even women have masculine energy, and then the feminine energy was equal as well because we were all like loved and cared. I think masculinity too is being able to have friends.
Yes, and being able to be a good friend.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
good, being a good friend. Yeah, that's.
Damn, I don't think I'm gonna get that thought back.
Oh wait, what was it about?
It was about obviously it was about something I said earlier, and I was gonna because you said something right now that made me want to expand on it, but then I lost the
About
thought.
our relationship with women.
It was I mean, maybe
taking the L's, sacrifice.
like if we go back to what we were talking about earlier about what I would have to work on, it would be loss. Can't deal with loss that well.
Chip on your shoulder.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? It's more of not in the sense of like being a crybaby about it or whatever. Look, when loss happens, it's just dealing with it. It's like I don't like, you know, either losing people out of my life or just accepting it.
It's heavy, like it leaves a heaviness.
It's obviously a scar from my childhood.
That's a tale as old as time, though. Like humanity has been having to deal. That's loss is like a soul level thing. Dealing with loss is not easy.
But I thought there's not a what you would call a masculine way to deal with that. I feel like
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's more of a
But
human
there's a man way of dealing with it, and then there's just being, you know, the level below it. Like you're just being a little bitch about it at that point.
Yeah.
There's a time where you can be that way.
Letting it consume you.
Yeah.
Not letting it consume. Being able to compartmentalize it, and it sounds bad, like because that's what they used to always do back in the day. Compartmentalize that shit, but to be able to like to put it away, but then go back to it later and
Like example,
ruminate on it.
You know, some men toxic masculinity would tell men go drink about it. And forget about it.
Go to a strip club. Go get some titties in your face. Don't even think about it.
Or in reality, how about we just deal with it?
Yeah, let's just talk about it.
You know, in my opinion, a real man doesn't need liquid courage or some kind of drug to be able to talk and be real. You know, like I can strike up a conversation. We can talk about feelings. We can talk about life. We can talk about anything, and I don't need to be on
Joke.
nothing. Yeah. You know, and I noticed that a lot of people is not like that. A lot of people without the alcohol, without the drugs, they're really like they have no personality. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's not until they get the shit in them that all of a sudden they're ready to talk and open up, and it's like it's not even real. It's not real.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like
there's no sincerity
yeah,
in
you
it.
know, you can express your feelings. You know, you can express your feelings in a respectful but real way. If you're a real man, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying. And instead of just sitting there having to always lead it to you crying or leading to you like start to be, like relive the moment again. You know, like bro, like be able to just as you talk about it, literally let it go. Let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Like a meditation.
Yeah, like some people.
When your thoughts, you're supposed to like let them come and go.
Yeah, some people like to hold on to L's, and you know it's like that's why you're never gonna move on from it. You know
It's
what
too
I'm saying?
heavy.
Yeah.
Another toxic one is you're not allowed to cry about it.
Yeah, I think crying is good.
I think there's a balance with it.
Right. You don't want to be crying all the time.
Yeah.
But you don't want to never.
But there is
cry.
a time where it's like he said, like let it out, expose it out. You know, maybe write it out would probably be a good way. You can be as dramatic as you want. Any writing, it's your writing. You know, just to go around telling everybody.
Bro, I imagine like getting on a horse and just riding into the horizon. But you're talking about like writing.
Yeah.
Paper. That's terrible.
Yeah, like writing a little memoir or something. You know, writing a little
Yeah.
letter to if somebody you lost somebody or whatever, and then just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Cry it out for that one, and then that's it.
I think reading is very masculine. Reading and writing and shit, but they try to make it seem like it's
Alright,
not.
well, I feel like now we're talking about like. Just,
Is that not?
I feel like
Philosophy?
masculine. I feel like it's
No.
not.
Being able to like
No, because that's part of handling your shit
Just
too.
being able-
knowing about different things. That's a true. Maybe that's alpha male shit. Maybe that's alpha male.
I think in a way we're just talking about like what
Being
the new
well-versed.
Renaissance man would be. Like.
Mm.
You know, you know, okay, yeah, you know, the new Renaissance man doesn't necessarily have to be masculine, like you said.
Correct.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think that's a whole. I agree, that's something good, but doesn't necessarily go with like, oh, that's a masculine individual.
I feel you.
A bitch, hey, a lot of nerds aren't like. Some
That's
of them
true.
are
A
alpha,
regular
some of them are
workout
beta.
schedule.
You know what I'm saying?
How about that?
Yeah, maintaining your body is very masculine.
Being disciplined.
Discipline.
Yeah, it could go into that.
Discipline.
Actually, that probably goes. What I said goes with what he said.
What's that?
Like in the subcategory.
Working out and discipline.
I feel like that's also part of being just a Renaissance.
Discipline
Because,
is
you know-
everything though, because like when knowing when not to speak, that's true man shit.
Being able to listen.
Being able to listen and being able to bite your tongue whenever it's like. Nah.
Because a lot, like you said, a lot of people they don't listen with intent to listen. They listen
Right.
with
So that's
the
like an
intent.
answer.
Yes, they
Yeah.
they listen because they're ready to talk back to give the opposite of your opinion, kind of like Chris. You know what I'm saying? and you
Early
know,
podcast days.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too. I ain't gonna
You know,
say-
and,
think we've
and
all
Chris
gotten
has
better.
grown from that. You know what I'm saying?
Think
Chris
we all have.
is cleaning up the toxicity in him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Detoxifying something.
Being more masculine, true masculinity.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Instead
saying?
of
Yeah.
toxic masculinity.
Yeah, being a real man is being able to take advice from another man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and even if it's not good
From anybody.
Yeah, basically.
And not
even,
letting it hurt their ego.
And even if basically, not always trying to fight it, not always trying to say nah, it's because of that, bro. Like I said, just take the L, move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? Learn from it. You're never gonna learn from it if you keep on trying to like just
Deny it.
yes. You know what I'm saying?
Scarface.
And it's like I always say this, you know, like every year, you know, the seasons, you know, we move through the zodiac, and I think they all mean something. Like right now, we're in Libra, and the scales are being balanced. We as people are being checked. Like the universe wants to balance us out. So yes, some people are experiencing a little bit of discomfort, some kind of like not good things because the universe wants to balance you out. But if you don't accept it, you know what's next? Scorpio, and you're gonna get your ass pinched. I'm telling you, bro.
So is that your thesis for what season is this? For the fall season? Just like I had my thesis on the Leo one, or not Leo one.
No, this is just for like the zodiac season one. You know? It's the same.
I think that's interesting because then we get into like Thanksgiving, December term where it's very like we spend time with family, so it can be very high anxiety. The money, like we're tempted to, and I've been fooled by the industry to get in debt for Christmas and shit, you know. So there's like a lot of you got to get balanced before that chaos, you know. That's all. I think it's pretty interesting.
You think it's designed for chaos when it's supposed to be time to be spent with family? Is that what you're saying?
No, that be able to keep calm in the chaos, because some people let that shit get to them. Like there's, like for instance, sometimes I get suggested, oh, you should see a psychologist, right? But a lot of times psychologists, they come from the school of thought that's literally from the school designed by like Rothschild and shit. But anyway, they'll tell you your family's toxic, fuck them, get away from your family instead of saying, "Oh, there's a balance. Just microdose your family." Not literally like give your family microdose, but like just spend a little time with them.
A little bit. Yeah, that's how I roll.
And dipping out if you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna show up for about 30, 45 minutes, and the conversation gets good, an hour maybe more, then I'm gonna dip out.
Yeah,
you know
most of the time it works out, and most of the time it's fear of something that hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah, nah, I do it just cause look, just to say I can, but y'all don't get tired of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I come, it's still all love. You know what I'm saying? It's still like, oh, you know what I'm saying? He's here. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
If you're gonna see me at least once a year, you'll see me here.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a respect thing. Having respect for your elders, very masculine.
That's true too. Like being able to like, cause you know, it takes a lot of young dudes till they hit a little older for them to realize, oh, these older dudes knew what they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to
it really takes it where they have to go through some shit for them to kind of finally understand, like, oh damn, I see what they're saying now.
Because they're just boys.
Yeah, I guess that goes back to being able to take advice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's pretty masculine.
Goes back to being able to listen.
Yeah.
What are the situations or aspects you think there are? Everything you think we cover?
True masculinity is not letting your anger control you.
Being responsible.
So not, responsibility. Being responsible with your emotions.
Yeah.
Handling your shit.
No, basically, yeah, just being responsible. Like, just I think it's the one thing that a lot of women want too. No matter how many of these independent women want to sit there and put it out there, you want to be able to know that you're not secure, but you got somebody who's on their shit.
If push came to shove, he would have your back.
Yeah,
and
that's
I think
what you want. You want that type of security. Is a man in a sense. Is somebody that can secure you like that.
I was listening to a podcast, and this is pretty wild, but they're saying, like, you know how nowadays, like, a lot of women online and stuff say that they want to be, like, choked and slapped and talked, like, down to and shit, right? And then they joke, well, yeah, we had that in the 50s. Like, oh, you went outside without me? And then choke them and say, oh, you're a whore.
Oh.
But... I don't know why I said that. Why I brought that up.
Yeah, you kind of just brought down the whole
yeah, you just kind of brought the whole thing.
That's not true masculinity.
You might as well cut that out.
None of that is true masculinity. I can't even say the word.
You want me to yell?
Nah, I don't think it's bad. I'm just saying, like...
I cringe. I cringe. I'm being a real man.
I was trying to see, like, where you were going to go with this.
You're trying to be funny. And it's like...
No, I just repeated what this other comedian said.
Even I could feel the doubt in you as you spoke it. I'm like, okay, Chris should probably stop talking right about now. Read the room, Chris. That's a real man. Read the fucking room.
Alright, I'll probably cut it out. Anyway. Admitting when you're wrong, like we said earlier.
There you go.
Yeah.
What other ones do you think?
That's 28.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, you can record a quick one real quick.
Alright. Peace.
Yeah.